we have a problem. We walk through this life treating the people we love like they are landmarks, like they are the mountains or the very soil beneath our feet. We say forever in our texts and in our songs, and we actually start to believe it. But it's just a lie. A beautiful, desperate lie we tell ourselves so we can sleep at night. We build our entire identity, our entire scheme for happiness, around a person who is just as fragile as we are. We act as if they are the foundation of our world, but the world isn't a map of permanent places. It's a train station. It's loud, it's chaotic, and everyone, your parents, your best friend, the person who swore they'd never leave, is just a passenger. They were already holding a ticket to a destination you couldn't see the very moment they sat down next to you. And when their train pulls in, when the betrayal happens, or the heartbeat stops, or they simply choose a different track, you're left standing on a platform that feels like it's dissolving. You feel scattered. You feel like a ghost in your own life. But in reality, you aren't broken. You're just finally seeing the tracks for what they are. Thousands of years ago, there was this woman, Kisa Gotami. She's exactly like us. She didn't just lose her child, she lost her anchor. She went insane with the why. Why him? Why now? She carried that cold, still body to every door in the village, begging for medicine. People thought she'd lost her mind, but she hadn't. She just hadn't accepted the schedule yet. She finally finds the Buddha, and she's like, "Fix this. Give me a miracle." And he doesn't lecture her. He doesn't give her a cheat system or some magic light. He just says, "Go. Get me a tiny mustard seed, but only from a house where no one has ever died. No father, no daughter, no friend. No one." Think about that. She's running from house to house, hope flaring up every time someone says, "Yes, I have seeds," only for it to be crushed when they add, "But my grandfather died in this room," or "We lost our son last winter." She wasn't just looking for seeds. She was looking for a single person who had escaped the contract of being human. By the time the sun went down, Kisa was sitting by the road, watching the city lights flicker and go out. And it finally clicked. Her grief wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a glitch. It was the plan. 100% certainty. From the very first breath that child took, the departure was already scheduled. Crying? It's necessary. It's human. If you didn't cry, you wouldn't be alive. Crying for a loss is reasonable, for a while. But crying your whole life? That's where we start to lose the plot. That's when it becomes, I don't want to say stupid, but it's a denial of reality. It's like being mad at the rain for being wet. If someone is born, they are going to leave. That is the only for sure thing in this entire universe. If someone has a scheme, they execute it. If a life begins, it ends. It's a universal truth. You're standing on the tracks, screaming at a train that's already 10 miles down the line. It can't hear you, and it's not coming back. So, how do you move out of that dark room? You have to stop looking at the empty seat and start looking at the platform. The reason it hurts so much is because you thought you owned the person, but you don't own anyone. You just borrowed them for a few stops. Think critically for a second. If they stayed with you forever, what then? You'd still lose them at the end of your life, or they'd lose you at the end of theirs. There is no version of this story where you don't say goodbye. Once you accept that loss is 100% guaranteed, the forever pressure disappears. You stop trying to hold on to water with open hands. Moving on isn't about getting over it. That's a cheap phrase. It's about acknowledging that the train has left. You honor the time you spent sitting together. You remember the conversation. And then you pick up your bags. Because there are other people on this platform. There's another train coming, and you're wasting your journey looking at an empty track. Kisa Gotami buried her child. She didn't forget him, but she stopped trying to bring him back to a station he'd already left. She realized that no one, not even the Buddha, not even the strongest hero, is permanent. So, cry today. Let it be heavy. But don't stay there. Don't make a home out of your grief. Acknowledge the departure, respect the truth, and keep moving. Because the station never closes, and your train hasn't arrived yet. Everyone has to go, and that's okay. It's the only way we know we were actually here.